Love is like a seed grounded in the earth, planted in the garden by a human hand. Life is born in that seed by Mother Nature, and it becomes a rose, representing life. Taken from the earth, and the petals wilt. Some throw it away as the beauty fades. Some preserve the petals, pressed in books. The petals of the rose are sentimental. When life is born, it is nurtured by love. And sometimes, we are blinded by its beauty, and all we see are the thorns. Imagine taking a walk in a park that you've walked through every single day. So far, it's been one straight path, until unexpectedly ahead of you is a crossroad that you've never seen before, makes you pause. There's two roads, two paths, and one choice. You pause, taking a look at which one looks easier. You're not afraid, because either path will eventually lead you home. So you choose a path, and you continue walking. You notice here, on this path, that the trees are thicker. The sun is obscured by a massive web of thorns ahead of you, which is blocking your way forward. And although it's hardly visible, you see a light from the sun peeking through. So you know that the only way home is through those thorns. As you cautiously make your way through those thorns, some will be so smooth that moving forward is uncomplicated, and some will have edges so sharp that it will cut you. And because of this unexpected cut, and because of fear due to what's ahead, you stop. You pause, hesitating to move forward. Maybe we have to know the darkness before we can see the light. And sometimes this means journeying into the shadows, into the darkness. We can never truly embrace that light until we descend into hell of unworthiness, of the shadows of loneliness, of revenge, of hatred, and all agony imaginable. See, without knowing it, you tackle those cuts and bruises by the unforeseen obstacles, the darkness, the shadows, they all fade. There are two paths, but only we alone must choose to either face it and deal with it, or we can choose to be stuck and pretend the issue's not there, so we bury them aside for another day. And once healed, a story like this can be told without feeling pain. See, this is your life, this is your story, this is your journey, and yours alone. The park is your comfort zone, and the crossroad is the unknown. The two paths represent choice, but not realizing it due to rational thinking. The web of thorns are your fears, and the cuts prove it. The next step is choice. Again, either stay where we are, long after the cut has healed, and be shadowed by the thorns, or we take a leap of faith, as you did when you took the path at the crossroad, as you did when you entered that web and you made it through to the other side, knowing that you had faced your fears, understanding that the fears were acknowledging those thorns, but not standing in those thorns and wondering about them. You allowed them to pass you by, scratching you here and there on your journey, because here you'll see that there are no shadows to fight, and there is no light that comes to the rescue, because the shadows are the light, and once we see that, we step into our power. You are in control. Do not let the damaged part complete you. You will become stronger as the cut from the last thorn heals. You will tackle the next thorns with the ability to believe that you can. Life, as you know it, is a world of despair. You've been hurt to feel heartbreak. You've been angry to feel the ugly truth of hate. You've carried guilt until the weight buried you, becoming a burden. The loss of a loved one almost breaks you, and the sadness overwhelms you that it's torture. The burden of all the emotions takes its toll. Emotionally damaged, scarring your soul. Emotionally unavailable, losing your humanity. You only know how to deal with the emotions of pain. And pain is an addiction. It's a rush and it's a comfort. Until the forgotten pain starts to rise and you start drowning in memories. That's testing your mentality. The forgotten and your present becomes one. But you know what? You did it. Humanity inflicted your heart to feel pain. However, you never allow it to damage to destroy your faith. You may have been bruised. You may have been broken. But you were never damaged. It's why you're here, living for tomorrow. Because you had the strength to get through that broken. And when hell loses its power, strength is born.